Hello and welcome back to the grid. Welcome back to Let's Build a Megazord. Finally, after 10,000 years, it feels at least like that, a new box arrived. The last video aired on the 29th of December 2024. And honestly, I was writing back and forth with the support because like when I can expect the next box, we have delays with technical issues, yada yada yada. Whatever. They like, I don't know, it felt like a month or so. And then I looked up, wow, when was the last video? And I'm like, what? 4 months? I'm like, holy shit. Anyways, this box is empty. Goes away. What's in the box? So, that's one. Slipcase. Hey, numbers, I can read numbers. And as it goes with Fanhome, there are like 20 magazines, and then that thing is filled. Well, I can fill more in there, I guess. Maybe 10 more, I don't know. Maybe the double, roughly. Hard to show. But if you can, I mean, this is like, it would be a bit more squished, but there's like 14 in there now. And here's another slipcase, which came for free. I reckoned they cost money. Well, it was implied on the website that they might cost a tenner. So I take this. Thank you. It goes aside for now. Then the usual stuff. The magazines for what do we build? We have 16. I had the 15 somewhere here. Oh yeah, here, the 15. Why's the 16 in the back? Oh yeah, because 17, 18, number 19, and number 20. So another 6 magazines. The usual stuff with details to the show. And of course, where is it? How to build stuff. So things we're used to by now. This is box number 4 and magazines 15 to 20. So what's in there? Come to the main act in a sec. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's just me or if you have that yourself, please tell me when you receive that box in the comments that like you got these as well. I got 2 replacement batteries. I had issues with Saber-Tooth Tiger not working because the battery was like not good. Then hey support, battery's not good. Oh, here's a replacement, send the entire magazine. Didn't work again. And over and over. I think I tried like 3 times, like, okay, screw this. I went on Amazon, bought some of these, and they work fine now. So I just felt like if I asked them again, they think I'm being stupid, or they think I want to troll them, scam them, whatever. So I explained it in one of the last videos. I think even it was the last one. Anyhow, we have, that's the right way. We have number 15, which is this rather small, some electronics. I think it's for the Macedon. That's the stuff where we left off. Sorry, language. Number 16, Macedon as well. The back part of the ears, and I think, is that Macedon? It looks like. Oh yeah, it's Macedon. Here's the handle for the shield. So this is rather big, but it's not so many parts. Where was it? I ordered, like had this in order, but I forgot how. Typical me. Oh yeah. 17. The tusks of the Macedon, and smaller package again, and then that should be the 18. Yeah, I remembered my order somehow. Here's a bit of Macedon again, which seems to be interesting. I wonder how that comes together. I always liked these sets of building stuff in the past as I was younger. I had a Flying Dutchman as a model kit from Revell, which is I think a German company, which made like model kits for cars, and they're still around today. They do colors for your sets. They have ships, cars, buildings, you name it, they have it. So then we have number 19, And in this one, we're starting off with the Triceratops from Billy, which I'm really looking forward to as well. And 20. That's the other half of Triceratops, so 1-1. And I seen on the Fanhome website, they teased what's like, this will be your next box. They're going full circle again and having parts for T-Rex next. So we'll see how that works out. I thought and hoped that they actually send with this another gift part with the base plate. We have one half of a tire technically, but that comes in the near future. They won't keep the people have them. How do I explain it? They want to have people buy that stuff. Like, I think I said that before. Like, oh, you have pieces and keep it fresh maybe. Like, oh, you have one Zord done. Like, I don't deal with the rest. I have one or two. I'm fine, and then skip the rest. But you want people to have the entire thing complete, which makes sense in my opinion. If you just get everything, get an entire Megazord, don't stop after, I don't know, pterodactyl or so. Anyhows, I blabbed too much as always, and my voice is sliding away for whatever reason. So let's head over to the building table, and see you in a bit. Hello and welcome back to the building table. We will continue where we left off last time with Mastodon, and I assume, seeing the parts that we take a quick peek earlier, we will finish at least the shield of Mastodon's head today. Before we do that, as I said earlier, I have two of these now, labeled number 1 and, well, number 2. So I don't mind getting that as a freebie. It's 120 magazines in total, and there's 6 of these in the future. So I have 2, I need 4, and I got labels for numbering them. And I got another sticker sheet with another label 1 to 6. I think they thought, hey, people might lose that over time. Been 4 months? But I'm a responsible adult, so I can deal with that. I just put that in here and don't lose it. Other people might not, I don't know. And even I would lose them, I just take a Sharpie and write the number on myself. Anyhows, fitting 20 in here, yeah. You easy can get like 40 magazines in this, so not really necessary if you ask me to have 6 of those slipcases, but hey, that's fine. Or they just sent they look exactly the same, so they just have this one and the numbers are in there, so it's just one bundle. So they like, here's another. That also could be the case. It was sealed before. I assume it's just like one thing they have, and that's why there's extra numbers. Anyhows, I blabbed too much about stuff that's not important. We continue with this guy. And magazine number 15. I was so nice and got rid of the plastic, well, the outer wrapping. As I mentioned earlier, it is not too many parts. It's a wire, one board, and a little bit of plastic, some screws to keep that attached. So yeah, a manual, which I can handle. Easy peasy. So I think I don't really need this. We take the board, attach it to here, and there's another board already in there, which is the sensor when you use the remote, which is behind this middle piece here. I explained that last time, and then you connect the wires and done. So let's get that out of here and start it. So as I said, not many parts here with magazine number 15. You have the board, the small one, and the black pieces and just one kind of screw. So it goes like this. Boop. 2 screws. I will screw that together and then attach it to Mastodon, show that a bit closer when it's done. So see you in a sec. Okay, it should look like this. It's very dark, it's black on black, so the board sits in here on the one side. As you can see, I attached the cable already. It's just one kind of port, so it's not really a problem. There's 2 ports on the board, but one is smaller than the other. You can see the upper one is still not used, so you cannot mess that up in any ways. And as I said, pretty much easy, so let's move on to magazine number 16. Magazine number 16, and a bit more parts, but also bigger. The other one was like 3 parts. Oh, 3, 4 with the screws. Yeah, some plastic. Also, what I forgot is, sorry for the rattling noises, the leftover part section with previous magazines. I assume we need that at some point. I hope. I don't know. Otherwise, here's stuff close by, like saber-toothed tiger's head. Still lights up. So, been 4 months. Didn't charge him. Still lights up. Also, interesting mail I received from Fanhome. They said the issue, what I have to click it back. The issue with this is when you take a closer look, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I made that clear. If you look at the lower chin here, it's a different color than the rest of the metal body. So I think a lot of people complain about that. I mentioned it in the video and said, yeah, okay, fine, I can live with that. But they sent a mail and said they will replace these parts in the near future for free for people who have this issue. I assume everybody. So I might receive different magazines to fix this. I will fix that off camera. If that stuff arrives, I will show, like, here's the stuff, fix it, and then we continue building. But I don't know if I really want it. I mean, if it looks one's color scheme, as I said, I can live with this. But I have to take this entire thing apart, and I have to, as you know, this is glued, the caps and everything, so I had this problem once. Now I might have to take it apart again. I don't really know if I will do that, but knowing me, I might. So anyhow, continue with this entire thing. You have 2 of these. Yes, they are 100% identical. These are, I don't know if the camera picks it up. These are like more like an indent-ish part. I don't know. This stands out a bit more. It's smaller. So this basically, where my finger is here, this plugs into that. So, and the magazine says you need that part first, with the plug-in part. Then we need the handle. We have small washers made out of rubber. Well, small is good, like these acrylic, not acrylic, like rubber clear washers. We have 2 of those. We need 1. I assume we need 1 on each side. Let's see. So we take that, and where my finger is here, the washer goes in. Here. Like this. And that goes like so. Then we have this part. Here's a little hole again. This part goes in there. make sure that this little part here, no, it's visible. This here has to look down. So next one is we take the another washer, which goes on top of here on the gray part, and then we close that thing off. At this point it should look like this. This is movable. So that is the handle for having the shield part. This part, what we attach on the lower end, is opening closing, which clips in when you want to attach the head to the body of the mastodon. Where my fingers here and here. Just one screw each, one type of screw, not very complicated. Next are these metal parts. We had similar ones of these. The legs from the saber-toothed tiger for moving the feet. They go in here. Make sure that the flat part that I'm pointing at you here in the camera is pointing at you, pushing it into the black piece here. So, like so, that this flat part looks out and faces you. Same on both sides. And then we have this, as I said, which make it face you like this, like I do. And you have this one, and it goes on here. Slide just on. There's another. Inverts the whole thing. Should look like this. Magazine number 17. The tusks. Not so many pieces, and I fear we need glue again. Oh, it actually tells you this time, if I didn't oversee it, but I checked more than once last time. Use a little bit of glue with the help of a toothpick. It won't fit. Sorry, what? So, we have two of these. They're chrome, they're plastic, and I'm happy that they're plastic and not metal. Because what I remember from my Legacy Megazord, and especially the Legacy Dragonsword being metal for the sake of metal, not a good idea. Don't get me wrong, I love Legacy Dragonsword. On its own, it's close to being perfect. But in combination with Megazord, it needs support on the legs, otherwise it will go and crash. So we have these parts, we have that twice, so just snap this together. You do that 2 times. I mean, I could put glue on this, but I'm very confident that is not necessary with these pieces here. Especially when I see this, because it will go like so. And now my biggest enemy, glue. We have these tips which go on here. You win some, you lose some. Found it. Let's see. Okay, the ends, I will show you in the camera, I will zoom in and post, but I don't know if it's visible. On the small pieces with the tips here. Focus camera. Maybe this will work better. It doesn't really work because it's reflective, so sorry for that. You have you have small, like really small tips on this one. They're not the same size, so if you assemble this, make sure you don't have it upside down. I mean, I can try, it won't work, so don't force it. I will take some glue, put everything together, and be right back. Okay, so that's done. You have the tusks. Really chromy, really shiny, I like that. As I said, not the biggest fan of gluing that stuff, but hey. And one small piece is left over, like one really tiny black piece. That's the power button for lighting the head up. Keep that for later assembly safe. I'll put it in this parts section. I assume we will need that in a moment. So let's move on to magazine number 18. Number 18, close to being done today. Moving on fast, which is nice. I love progress. And now, after glue, my next enemy. Battery. I seen it already. I mean, I have 2 spares on this. But I fear already that this might be complicated. The first thing with light up was the head of the Megazord or Tyrannosaurus, depends on which mode he is in. He was acting up. Got a replacement, everything fixed, works. Saber-tooth tiger gave me a huge headache. Well, let's see how this turns out. Starting out with the enemy, the battery. Oh, goddammit. Just one part missing, which needs to be plugged. I will plug this in and test it before I go onward from this step. I burnt myself more than once in the past with this build. Don't get me wrong, I still love this, and I really still want a Dragon Zord like this. Dragon Zord is my favorite of all the Zords I have. I have stuff I like more than others, but the Green Ranger and especially Dragon Zord is... I love that design of that Zord, and I wish to have a bigger version of it. If I had the money and the space, that's the other thing, I would have a custom in my size, in like 2 meters height, so roughly. I'm smaller than 2 meters, but you get the idea. So this charges actually, which makes me very happy. As we know from the past videos, this gave me, as I said, a headache. It was connected with charging cable, and even without being charged, connected to power to an external source like a computer or a charging device for your phone, depends what you have. This should at least lights up. That's what I realized. So, connecting the charging cable, press the button for some seconds, and it should flash and go on. It didn't. So that's how you know the battery's actually dead. So with this connected, it flashed, lit up, and stayed that way. If it's broken, it just flashes shortly and goes dead again. But I didn't realize the light in the eyes right away. Like, that's weird. It was very not present. You could see on the back. I assume when it's just enclosed, it's more prominent, more you see more of it. But I wanted to test how this slightly bigger battery, I miscalculated on the size. The port is the same, this has a bit more oomph to it, so it's lasts longer. And I wanted to see if this works, and it actually does. This is pre-charged, so as you can see, the eyes light up right away. And this was with the small battery. With this one, this wasn't like half of it. I can use this one if I want to, but I stay with that. It has enough room here to hide the battery inside, so yeah. Let's keep that as a spare for future stuff, for whatever comes to mind. And let's continue. actually building. Okay, because this is a custom, technically this is a different battery size, it would make more noise. I just taped it. That's me being me. If you use the battery that's provided, you don't have that issue. Now to the next step. This needs to go like so. Here is, I don't know if the camera picks it up. Here's the small, it's like a rail on both sides, here and here. As I said, I hope the camera picks it up, but you have these metal parts we had earlier. They are on an angle here, so we have to adjust that to make them a little bit straight, that they actually fit where they should belong. Should be like this on both sides. These plastic clips, the gray ones here, should face you, and it just goes in here. It works still, so goes in here. Just slide that in, push it slightly until it stops. Do that on both sides. That looks more like a Mastodon to me. This is so well crafted. I want to make sure. Yeah, it's fine. Good. Tweeze it away. And now, to close everything off technically, we need the ear parts, those here. One on the left side, one on the right side. Okay, one half is done. I can tell this is not easy, so you have to have this in first, of course, because the plastic outer parts that seal off the ears hold this in place. So there's no, oh, put that on and then that layer, that's not working. You have 3 screws on that side. You can see the bullet holes here. I mean, mostly it will be attached to the body, or it will be Megazord will holding it like this, so you don't see those. All fine, I don't mind that. I know people go crazy like, oh, bullet holes, no! All fine with me. Now comes the fun part. The other half, which has the part for charging the battery and the power button. This small plastic piece which goes on top of this button here. What can I tell you? Will be fun, so be smart. Use some tape. Don't detach the tape completely. Leave it a little bit loose on it, that you can get it off later on, as you see, and make sure it like just tapes the button in here, so it makes it easier to actually attach this here without having any issues. I will try to show that on camera how annoyingly complicated that can be. Might speed it up a bit in post, I don't know. As you can see, you have to find the right angle, put it in here. It's like so many stuff that needs to be like adjusted and fit at a certain point. Okay, come on, close to. Quick. Nicely. Good. Took a sec or two, but still, as I said, it's not so easy. Don't be afraid to break stuff. Use a little bit of force, not just a small bit, and wiggle around and pressure it, but not go like it will break. I assume it will break if you do that. Anyhow, 3 screws left. I will attach those. Okay, that's done. 1 screw's left over. Going into the screw department bin. strip of whatever that is, protection for the battery, goes in there as well. Plastic can go in the trash. My tools, and there's one piece left, which I assume is for the Triceratops because it's not shown in here at any point. I can be Megazord now. Also, flashes, lights up. Really nice. Yeah, works perfect. Let's head on to magazine number 19. Magazine number 19. Triceratops looks strange on this magazine, but hey. Let's take the parts out. Who let the parts out? Who? Oh, wait, that song went differently, I remember. It's actually the same color. They didn't make the same mistake twice with the Triceratops, like they done with the saber-toothed tiger, which is interesting, and I'm happy about it. We need this little piece here, and we need the wire from magazine number 18, which has a small circuit board on top, which is the LED to light up the eyes. So just one bullet hole and one screw hole, one screw. Goes on like this. Give me a moment, I'll be right back with that. Okay, I'm done, and sorry for the showing it wrong beforehand. It needs to go inside like so, and the cable has a small indent so it goes outward like here. Barely visible. So the red part goes into the plastic part of the Triceratops head. Then we have this plastic part, so we have it like so, and this like so. Cable goes this way, here, and then this will cover it up in a sec to align it. Okay, it can't fall out anymore. I screwed it together. You use the PD 19.7 screws, the small black ones. It looks similar like this. Okay, we used the metal piece and the plastic part. This just combines relatively easy. It slots in, and here are two more screws needed on the back half, which is the PB 19.8, which are the silver screws. So just one moment. I attached the plastic part to the metal part with the two silver screws, and I realized here where my finger is, like here, there's an L on it for left, and I assume the other one has an R for right. It's blue on blue, the Mastodon was black and black, so sorry for that, not really visible. But I assume when you're building this yourself, you are capable of seeing this faster than me. We only have this little blue piece left for now. Well, we technically have this one, the bigger. Screwdriver is trying to escape multiple times today, so align it like so, and slot this on. There are two pieces where you can attach screws to. They need to be, when you have it like so, they need to be upward. There's one part where one screw needs to go, and there's one piece which has the metal part has a little teeny tiny needle-ish metal piece sticking out, and there's a counterpart in a plastic where that needs to go into, so you cannot really mix that up. So you have to align it correctly and then just slot it on. It needs one screw. We have the last plastic piece here. We hold this like so, and here are two parts. It's all blue and blue, I'm sorry. That's the counter. Or you should like where my finger is. So there are two metal rods sticking out, so just click that on. Should be like so. And then use the silver screws again to fixate that. That's half the Triceratops. Well, not close to missing the horns and such, but it's a beginning. Let's move on to magazine number 20, the last one for today. Last magazine for today, number 20, and sadly a do-over. I don't know which drive it is. I had to restart in between the computer because the video was lagging now and then. I hope it's not too much. I tried to cut most of it out in between. Sorry if it does. After restarting, the microphone was dead. I don't know why. I just unplugged it, plugged it in, good, working again, and several other tech issues happened. It happens now and then. I'm not the biggest fan of that because I deal with this crap, sorry for the wording, since 2000. I built computers since then, and that's my hobby and now my job, and it can be exhausting at some point. Anyhows, because magazine number 90 is this half and 20 is this half, they're identical, minus small differences on the top here. This is not the worst thing in the world that can happen. As I said, audio issues. I had to reshoot this technically now, and I was done building, so I just unscrewed this stuff. So if you want to see in detail how this works, I would done it like off-camera build anyway. So rewind a bit, and you just mirror the steps from the left side of the head to the right side, and you end up with this at this point. This takes like roughly 5 minutes, maybe 10 if you take a bit more time. So that's fine. You get some acrylic washers. No, not acrylic, sorry. You get some rubber transparent washers. When I see transparent stuff, I'm like, oh, that's acrylic. No, it's not. So these go in here where my finger is on both sides. After that, you take the chin piece and add this one in here. And then you take the other half and then align this to have it like so. On top, you have two screw holes. You just take one of the black little screws. You have silver and black screws, so you cannot mix this up technically. And after you screwed this one little one in here, that's not even proper English, I guess. If you connect these two parts with that little screw, that's better. You have this complete, and complete is the correct term. We're done with that. That was relatively fast. This took a bit more time. Still lights up, which is amazing. I can be your shield now. This is pretty decent, and if it would be like a bit bigger, I mean, for a kid this also could be a cosplay prop. It's too expensive to be a cosplay prop, but hey, that works. Works like so as well, so depends on what you prefer and what mode you have of the Mastodon. Pretty nice. We still have this one. Didn't work on it since I think magazine number 1. Saber-toothed tiger's head is done. Megazord's head done. Well, the Megazord part, Tyrannosaurus head part is missing. I assume we will do that soon-ish, next time, maybe. From the preview of the magazine, it could be the case. And we have 2 legs. Besides this part from magazine 1 and these, we mainly have just finished or almost finished heads. Anyhows, thank you for watching, thank you for the support, and we see us next time when it's time to build a Megazord. Or if you're into gaming, check out the rest of the channel. Mostly the videos here are gaming content in German or English, depends on what you prefer. You will find something. There are a lot of videos. I do this stuff like since 13 years by now. Since 2012. Yeah, 13 years. I'm old. Anyhows, I blabbed too much as always. Thank you again for the support, and till next time.